Nio, as well as other Chinese automakers such as XPeng and Li Auto, have become the new green light for new investors for the EV market. So in today's video, I want to talk about the expectations when it comes to the Q3 earnings, as well as some of the predictions that I have for Nio stock. Most of us are expecting the quarterly results to reflect a favorable impact of rising demand for the ES6 model, which is the company's 5-seater high-performance premium smart electric SUV, which forms a major chunk of Nio's deliveries. In the last reported quarter, Nio incurred a loss of 15 cents per share on revenues of $526.4 million. Cash-on-cash equivalents totaled $1.5 billion as of June 30th, 2020. Nio had delivered 10,331 vehicles in the second quarter for 2020, including 8,068 ES6 and 2,263 ES8s, making the rise of 190.7% year over year. This was despite China being the epicenter of the pandemic, which led sales to rebound during the June quarter. With the economy gradually recovering from the mayhem caused by the coronavirus, Nio has been benefiting from higher sales in the country. The company's strong vehicle deliveries count is likely to have driven the company's sales during the to-be reported quarter. In the September quarter, Nio delivered 12,226 vehicles, exceeding the upper end of the company's guidance and also reaching skyrocketing highs of 154.3% year over year. So Nio has clearly been ramping up production, but let's now head up to the earnings on the Q3 and what to expect. So we can see over here in Yahoo Finance, there is a consensus estimate of quarter loss is pledged at 15 cents per share, narrower than the loss of 33 cents incurred in the prior year quarter. The SAC's consensus estimate for revenues of $628 million indicate 144.4% growth from a year ago reported figure. So we can already see that the consensus is going to be a lot higher for Nio this time around. So I do want to say that in order for Nio to achieve the desired consensus, Nio will have to do much better than the estimate, and how they will do that will depend largely on the profit margins coming from their battery swap as a service. Since they started less than 3 months ago on August 20th, Nio has completed 800,000 battery swaps this third quarter and will also be a massive source of revenue for Nio. Also, the new 100 kilowatt battery has been in use by some Nio customers over the past 2 weeks, which raises even more questions. What's it like for the customers? What's the pre-orders like? How many customers make the switch from the old battery to the new one? All of these questions will be part of the earnings, and depending on how many customers have used it, we could see some impressive earnings being reported. And who knows? Nio could come up and announce another even bigger battery, maybe a 120 kilowatt hour or even 150 kilowatt battery. We know that Nio has been pretty vocal about increasing its battery's capacity to 100 kilowatt and beyond, and we now finally have the 100 kilowatt battery. So it would be very good news to see any announcements on the earnings report about such bigger batteries if it does indeed come. We may also learn about the EE7, which is their new sedan, which is definitely going to be a humongous catalyst for Nio. We know that a lot of people are thinking about other competitors to the Tesla Model 3. We know the P7 from XPeng has definitely been compared to the Model 3, and price-wise and range-wise seem to be very favorable, at least in China. So the EE7 is definitely going to be a game changer for Nio, no doubt. The next thing that I definitely want to point out is their vehicle margins. We know that the quarter after quarter, Nio has been rapidly increasing the margins in its vehicles. We can see that in the second quarter of 2019, the margins were at a negative 24.1%. In the first quarter for this year, it increased to negative 7.4%, which was still not very good, but it finally, on the second quarter of this year, Nio finally pulled a positive margin of 9.7%, which is amazing. We know that Nio outsources its vehicle production, but Nio has found ways to increase the vehicle margins, which will be another source of additional revenue, which is another important thing to be in the lookout for the earnings report. Who knows, maybe in these reports we could see an 11, maybe 15% margin, simply judging by the sharp increase that it has happened in such a small amount of time. So we gotta wait and see, but it does seem like it's coming down. I do not see Nio coming down anywhere below $40 a share, and that's mostly because there's a lot of strong support here, as you guys can see, at the 41 or 41.11. So we have not seen any reasons for people to keep selling below that point. So I do see it around, at least staying around the $45 mark. It could potentially go all the way up, approaching $50. It's definitely going to pass the $50 at the end of 2020. But at the end of the day, Nio is a long-term investment. So everyday fluctuations is something that only depends on whether or not you're jumping into the stock or if you're day trading. If you guys want me to make a video after the earnings become public, let me know in the comment section below. There was a little bit of a sell-off in the morning, so congrats on anyone who bought at the $45.31 over here at 10 in the morning Eastern time in the US, because you guys already made a little bit of some gains right now. We're still waiting what's gonna happen. Let me know in the comment section below if you enjoyed this video, if you want me to indeed make this video after the earnings, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, give a like for the YouTube algorithm, and I'll see you guys in the next video.